Today we're down on Mersea Island, which is the most easterly inhabited island in the UK. There's only one road to get on and off the island, and that is part of the reason why this place is so special. And thanks to the full moon, we've been having some monster tides recently.
Woo! Right, whilst that's pumping up, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about today's paddle. Now, I think this is probably one of the most unique paddle experiences possibly in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, here's where it's a little bit different. When that tide is over 5 meters, that road floods. There's super high tides at the moment, 5.83, so the road's going to be well and truly covered. Now, the conditions today are not perfect, but they're perfect for not being perfect, if you see what I mean. There's about 18 knots of wind, which is pretty windy, so it's going to be a bit choppy out there. But the wind is pushing us round to the Strood. It's an inland wind, so not too worried about that. It's time to suit up and jump in the water. Feeling like a right wind to paddle today. The woolly hat's back out. It's just started raining. Weather did say it's about a 50-50 chance of rain today, so expect that to come on and off throughout the paddle. And I don't expect to see many people out on the water either. I reckon it'll be me, myself and I. Water's getting pretty high already. This will soon all be underwater. I'm going to nip round the other side of the jetty and launch that side, so I haven't got to go all the way up and round. Proper cute little cottages along the seawall here. They might be close to being underwater today. Cool, this is going to be a brutal little paddle. It's not very nice, but it's not actually that cold. I'm pretty well covered up, and with the right gear, you can paddle all year round. This is going to be the quickest paddle round to the Strood ever. Let's go. Little choppy. Gonna try and stay standing up. I have to drop the knees, I probably will. See sideways that catch you out. We got just under an hour till high tide. I reckon we're gonna be there in no time at all, 20-30 minutes. With the wind pushing me this way and the tide helping me round this corner still. But the mission is, with this monster tide, we're gonna get round to the Strood, have a little drive up and down the road, maybe take a selfie or two, see what we find, and head on back. Now, I'm already prepared for a tough paddle back against this wind, but worst comes to worst, I can abandon ship, roll it up, and walk it back around this sea wall. So that's the plan for the way back. I would like to paddle, but we'll see if the conditions are going to be, well, possible or not really, I guess. Now, I did think about strapping the E-fin on to help out on the way back, to battle this wind a little bit, but I still want to be a stand-up paddleboarder. I don't want to be an E-finner, if that's what they're called. I like a bit of human power and physical work, so I won't be using the E-fin with every outing. And this wind is pushing me straight across that way, so I'm going to try and keep to the right hand side, so I haven't got to do as much work when I get to the end. Oh. Right, I grossly underestimated that. I've been paddling for like 5 minutes and I'm already halfway round. Don't want to get there too soon. Now, I do think this is one of the most unique experiences you can have on a paddleboard, especially down here in Essex. I don't know of many islands that get cut off by the tide. I know there's a holy island up near sort of Northumberland bit, but that's an absolute mission to get to. And this one's actually a fairly well established sort of civilized island, and with only one road on and off, people always try and drive through the sea, and they very rarely win. I've already seen a few cars splashing through. I reckon it's just covering over the road at the moment. We'll see if there's any daredevils when we get a bit closer, and hopefully they don't get stuck, because it is Sunday and that's not a fun Sunday for anyone really, is it? I can't see anyone else out enjoying the water today. Let's hope it's not just me, otherwise it's a lonely old paddle today, isn't it? There's 3 cars there in it now. Looks like they've made it across. It's actually very toasty in this little setup. I could have lost a jacket today and just got wet, so I always think it's easier to cool down when you're out on the paddle compared to trying to warm yourself up. So I've done exactly what I said I didn't want to do, and I've let myself drift all the way over to this side as the wind's pushed me round. But I'm going to use this ground here where these sort of reeds are coming up just to slow myself down slightly, have a little bit of respite, and I can see there's a few cars queuing up now, so I'm quite brave enough to rip on through. We might get a couple of chances still, maybe a slightly bigger car or a bit of a 4x4, but it looks like the traffic's starting to build now. People are even starting to reverse back and thinking this is not a good idea, which I do not blame them. Now, you've got a bit of a creek system through here, so you've got some patches of land, some obviously creeks. I'm I'm going to see if my feet can touch this patch of land here. What do you reckon? How deep is it? No, not too deep, but still quite deep. Now, the second reason I aim for this little bit of land is that I need to use a little boys' room. There's not many little boys' rooms out here, so yes, I'm a full-grown man doing a wee-wee in my wetsuit. Enjoy that one, legs. Nice and warm. Shake it on down. At least we can flush it out a little bit. Warm the old feet and toes up. Oh, my jacket's a bit wet now as well. Oops. Oh, please, no, not in your 50 grand, whatever it is, motorhome. That is not a good idea. Unless it's a rental, then in that case, absolutely send it. Literally, the amount of electronics you must have in that motorhome. Oh, he stopped halfway. I hope he's chosen to stop rather than slowly grounded to a halt. Oh yeah, he's backing up. Fair play, mate, do not blame you at all. Now, where I can touch the ground here and hold myself fairly comfortably and effortlessly, I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. So I've still got half an hour-ish to high tide, and with the wind blowing you that way, I think it's gonna be a bit of a struggle, like actually keeping yourself from getting bashed into the rails for half an hour. So I'm gonna hang back, enjoy the lonesomeness, and then paddle on a bit nearer when we get close to the high tide mark. Oh no, there's a Land Rover with a trailer, 2 jet skis on the back. It's driving around the side of the cars. Is he gonna have a stab at it? Looks like it. Motorhome's being overtaken. Oh no, there's a little sort of like Fiesta sized car in front as well. The van's coming in behind the Discovery as well, so there's no backing out now. You've got to keep your momentum. Oh my god, that car is literally underwater at the front there. Oh, he's not going to make it. Oh, surely. Literally, it's like car handle doors are underwater. It's like over the top of the wheel arches. Oh, big splashes. He's doing it, to be fair though. He's going for it. He's still got a fair way to go though. Oh, blimey. Jesus. Discovery's going for a slightly more chilled out, slower pace. Man, it's going pretty damn slow. Fair play, the other 3 actually got through, so hats off to them. Don't buy one of those cars. But let's get a little bit closer to the action, because I know these GoPros, you can't really see much from very far out. We've got about 20 or so minutes until high tide, and I think this will be the highest I've ever seen it, especially out here on the paddleboard as well, to witness it. It's going to be fun going up and down the rails, and it's just nice to have it all to yourself. There's not a single other soul out here. We might get some latecomers, but it doesn't look like it. And I can't imagine any cars are going to try it when it's real high tide, because it's going to be up against the rails. Oh, it's blowing an absolute gale out here. I'm getting a bit of a bucket bronco ride on this paddleboard, to be fair. I'm glad I've got a nice solid paddle to hold on to. It looks like there's a bit of a stalemate on both sides. Everyone's queuing up. I don't think there's going to be any more movement on the traffic. I'd be very, very surprised if someone sent it now, because you've only got really 15 minutes till high tide. You might as well just wait now. So I'm going to make my way a bit closer in now, have a little play up and down the Strood, enjoy the road all to myself. Oh look, not too good for the... Oh my god, he has gone for it as well. No. Oh no, it's like an Audi or something, I think. Oh god, he's going fast. Jesus. Oh, he's conked it. Oh, that is not good. He might actually get bashed against the rails as well, because with the 4 tyres you float a little bit, and with the wind and the waves sort of nudging you that side ever so slightly, there's a danger of going into the barriers on the other side, well, up the curb, into the barriers and off into the mud flat. So that's not good. He's now basically turned the whole road into one-way traffic for the next couple of hours, everyone trying to get on and off the island, so everyone's going to have to wait way longer than they first thought. I'm hoping that this barrier over here is missing on the bottom. I can literally pass straight on through without having to like climb through. That's the plan. Beamer did not enjoy its dip. Lost his front number plate as well, I think. Let's see if we can get through here, shall we? See what I mean though? It's going to go charging through here and go straight on through to the other side of the rails pretty quick. Oh, look at that! Oh, hang on there, now out we go, Bells. Nice! Look at that, that's how you enter the old Strood on your paddleboard. That was smooth as F. The difficulty is going to be trying to stay on line in the middle. Not going to get much deeper than this now. Look at that. Over the Strood we go. I'm going to go all the way back across the other way as well. Once we get to this end. Literally there's always a network of creeks across there, all the way across to the island, but high tide has completely submerged them today. Yeah, nice, yeah. See you later, mate. See you later. Alright. Let's have another little paddle over here. See where we get to. It's literally bang on high tide now. Might be a little choppy to stand up, but let's give it a try. Into the wind as well, bloody hell. Tide's literally going to be turning, so hopefully it's not too choppy the whole way across, but you can see where you get into the wind, sort of past this picnic bench. It's a bit more white cap, but I guess that's where it's just being blown through the fence. God, it's going to take me ages to get across here. Just tried paddleboarding past standing up, but it's a little too rough, and I kept on scraping a bit, so I'm going to go to knees. Hopefully that's alright. What's happened to this sign here? This has been KO'd. I don't know if it's by this tide or from previous ones. I reckon that's been hit by a car actually, to be fair. It doesn't really give you much indication of how high it is though, does it? It's like 1.5 foot, because that bit's actually standing up, but if it's any higher you can't really see. Woo! This is choppy as. I've hopped right forwards in the ball because the fin kept on scraping. The road must be slightly ever so high here. Let's try and get on the other side. Get past this bloke. He's lost his front number plate as well. I don't want to get too close to the edge of the rails because it looks like the water's going to get sucked out of there as well as the tide turns. Yeah, it's technically going down now. So I'm getting pushed one way with the tide, getting pushed the other way with the wind. Bloody hell. That is not good. Don't know how wet they are. It's definitely over the door thresholds. Not a lot of fun. The cameraman showed me a shot he had of the BMW going through at full speed, and literally you couldn't even see the car. It was completely covered in water. That must have been pretty scary to be inside that. Can't even paddle anymore really, because scraping every time. It's certainly that deep. So yeah, can't really paddle much further this way. Let's get a little closer actually and see if they're actually alright. I need a hand or anything. I feel a bit bad standing here doing nothing. At least if I offer. That's all I can do, isn't it? I wonder if I could push that for myself. I don't actually know, to be fair. You okay? Do you want to push? Do you want me to try and push? Yeah? Let's see if we can try and give her a bit of a push. Right, hopefully this is going to stay here somewhere. I don't know, some paddleboard. Let's find out and have a little look. Right, you stay there, both of you please. I don't want to lose either a paddle or a bag today if I can help it. Give it a little push, yeah? Yeah? She looks like she wants to push. Is it in neutral? Can you go in N? N? Is the handbrake off? Handbrake off, yeah. It's not going. Sorry, it won't go anywhere. Can't you? Yeah. Since, yeah. You haven't got a clutch or anything, have you? Clutch, it's automatic. Yeah, no, I can't push it in, I'm afraid. No, so you're right in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's going down now anyway, so shouldn't be too long. No worries. Alright, I hope you get it sorted. can't get it into neutral, obviously conked out and yeah, stuck in drive or something. At least we tried. I don't know what we can do. Woo. Scrape it a bit. Look how nice and smooth it looks on that side of the Strood. Then how bloody horrible and choppy is that side, and that's where I bloody got to go. Now this rail's not missing, but I think we might be able to nip underneath this, just have a sit on that picnic table. So I want to see if like the RNLI or anyone are going to come, if I can get this spin over the gap. Oh yeah, we're through, baby. Oh no, I can't lay down because my bloody bag's in the way. My bag's in the way. There you come a bit closer this way. Now we're going. Are we going to make it? It's going to be bloody tight. Oh Jesus, we're through. Oh, I didn't know I was going to make it. Gonna go have a little sit over this picnic table. God, I wish I had a coffee or my little jet board with me. That'd be lovely. There we go. What parking that was. Stick this over here where it's getting a little bit shelter from the wind. My lads sit on it. Put this like members only, but members can't get to it right now unless they're in a jet ski. Private land, members only. Come on then. Whoa, bloody hell. Right, let's give this wind a little test run and see if we can actually paddle back against this, or if it's going to be a walk around the seawall job. Might be able to be some kneel down paddleboarding rather than the old stand up. Make yourself a bit of a smaller target, but then you've got smaller, less powerful strokes. God, I feel like I have a twist wearing these little wetsuit gloves. Oh, that's a shame I couldn't push it along because I could move the weight. Oh, the car's just started up again, it's just moving. How's that possible? He's going. Surely not. Surely that's absolutely KO'd. She might be able to make it a bit further. But if that wasn't neutral, I could have got that moved and at least freed up a little bit of traffic. She's almost plonked right in the middle of the road. The car's going to have to mount the curb either side of her to get around it, I reckon. That's going to take people absolutely ages to get on or off the island now. This line of traffic's starting to move. The person at the front's probably feeling pretty pressurised to get things moving. Not in the biggest of cars, but someone's got to make the first move soon. This car's creeping them through now. It's barely like halfway up the tyre, so I reckon they're all good. My GoPro battery did just die. I am filming in higher quality now, so I guess that's going to drink through the battery slightly quicker. Feel sorry for the girl, but she's probably learned a very valuable lesson today. Now I've just got to paddle back against this brutal wind. Wish me luck. Hope you enjoyed that one classic like October, November high tide mission at the Strood. And remember, have fun, stay young, don't drive through the Strood. Yoo! God, that is knackering. I just literally paddled from the Strood across to those creeks, then across to here, just to get a bit of a break on the seawall. I'm not making much progress, to be fair. I'm going to jump out here and carry it back round. But when I was paddling across, the lifeboat people came whizzing down to the Strood, and there's some blue lights down there helping the person. They must have come past me and thought, who is this absolute numpty out in the water by himself on a day like today? I'm going to roll the paddleboard up and walk on back round. And to be fair, that's a nice little reminder that if you're paddling with an offshore wind and you paddle out to sea and you then got to turn around and paddle against the wind to get back to land, yeah, that's a scary thought, because even just doing that little bit there was pretty tricky, and I'm surrounded by land, so it doesn't really matter, but it's just a good reminder to not paddle out to sea on a strong offshore wind.